Yo, fam, what's good? I got the PE Gooners once again. Uh, After the 2-1 win, FA Cup final, we are champions 2019-2020. Guys, yeah, I know it was emotional for me, and I'm sure it was for you guys. So how are you guys feeling? We can kick it off with maybe Mike.
Feeling a bit more relaxed. I think it'll sort of kick in tomorrow. It was great. It was a great performance by the lads. It was a sloppy goal that we conceded. But yeah, I think we sort of came back together. We pulled forward. We came strong in the midfield. And we at the end of the day we got the job done, and that's the most important thing. And I think we also kicked Spurs out of Europe as well, which is a bigger bonus. So that's awesome.
No.
Oh, is it not? We're not kicking them out.
No. That would have been good. But we finished lower than them, but we have a trophy. So that helps.
Yeah.
Clayton, how are you feeling that? I see you got a young Gooner with you there. That's great.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I know. It was a great game. We had some sticky moments, but we pulled through. The guys were basically on point. The decisions went our way, I must say.
For a change.
For a change, yeah. But it was good. Good. It was a bit, but defensively we were good, I must say. So.
But the nerves were there, you know. There were times where you had to like turn away, you know. And let's maybe we'll break it down from first half into second half, you know, just because it's a lot to talk about if you have to really look at the game. And first half, like to be fair, I think up until the water break, where Arteta, or they call it the timeout, where Arteta had a chat, that's when I felt we kind of took a bit more control into the game. Maybe just before. But the first 10 minutes was, and big ups to Pulisic. I have to give that guy credit. Like, I didn't know American can even play like that. Like, seriously, like, he was just getting past our midfield so easily, you know, and then it erupted to a goal. It was kind of, I felt it was like a cup goal because you can't really plan something like that. It's just like, go with the momentum, you get the opportunity and you take it. But we didn't, what I liked, we didn't capitulate. We didn't, like, let it hold us back. We came back. It looked a bit shaky, but yeah, going into like after the water break, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. You know, it was really exciting football, especially going forward. And I think you guys did call it. You said it would be a midfield front battle, and you could see it. So yeah, what was your guys' take on the first half? And then obviously the penalty and a few decisions going our way. And Obama, like everybody can question, but that wasn't a penalty. That was definitely a penalty. Like we weren't lucky or anything. That was he knew what he was doing, and the take by Aubameyang, you know. So for me, I just want to get your guys like feeling and how you felt about first off. Maybe we'll start with Clayton.
Yeah, no, look, you know, from the restart of after the lockdown, starting the games again, I've noticed that every time when we go to a water break, we actually improve. When Arteta has a talk to the guys and direct them to what they need to do and where their shortcomings and all that. So the water break actually helped us, I must say. With the penalty, like you said, obviously that definitely Aubameyang knew what he's doing. He knew that he's outside of the box. He needs to get inside and then fall down, you know. So it was a good penalty, and we needed that. And you know.
And I didn't ask you, how does the young man? Sorry, what's his name?
Caden.
How did you feel about the game? Sorry, I didn't ask.
How did you feel about it?
It was exhilarating.
What?
Were you nervous?
Oh, yeah. Were you nervous?
A little bit.
We all were, trust me. Yeah, so Murray, what did you make of your take on the first half, you know?
I think we definitely improved from after that water break. Yeah, we conceded very early, and the way Chelsea were celebrating was as though they sort of won the cup already. And then I looked at the time; it was 7 minutes, and I said, "Yeah, okay, it's still early." And I think even Pep said, when Arsenal concede first, they are the most dangerous. And I mean, look what's just happened. I mean, especially under Arteta, and I think Arteta's remembered those words from Pep. And he's probably told the guys now, he says, right, they've got their backs against the wall. They think that they've already won this. Let's now come out and let's really go and get it to them. And with the penalty shot, at first I thought that the foul was, outside the box. But the way that Abba carried on running, you could see just before he fell, there was a major pull. And I think that's what the penalty was for. So if he had not sort of pulled and he just pulled up and sort of asked for the foul, he would have got the foul. But there was a major pull inside the box. Yeah. So well done on Abba, like Clayton says now, he knew exactly what he was doing. And oh man, that penalty, just dead in the corner. There's there's no stopping it. Hit there with power. Yeah. And I think after that, I think Chelsea were a little bit nervous because all of a sudden now they started pulling up with injuries. The only thing I'll definitely have to, I mean, look, we got the result, but I mean, surely that should have been a red card. I mean, wasn't he the last player? I mean, we've seen our players get carded for similar things. Meanwhile, Mustafi's, waiting in the goal. Yeah. David Luiz, specifically, he gets red carded as the last player. Meanwhile, we've got a player with waiting in goal. So that could have been a red card, but thankfully it didn't come back and haunt us. I think we were just a fitter team, and I'm hoping that not that I'm saying that I'd wish injuries on any player, but I'm hoping this is a sign of things to come, that maybe Arteta's got them on a better training regime, a better physio regime, that our guys can actually last, whether it be 100 minutes and, not pull up with injuries. I know David Luiz did pull up in the second half, but, I don't think that was anything major compared to what Chelsea guys are going through. So, big ups to the team in the first half. I think that first half definitely goes to Arteta. He made the tactical change. He saw that there was an opening, and he told the guys to run with it. So, we got the job done in the first half, and I think that definitely lifted us for the second as well.
Yeah, and then as we're going to the second half, it wasn't as exciting, I would feel. I think they had more structure in the way they wanted to play, and it was something that needed to unlock the defense. But our midfield played really well. And the second goal, well, there was a chance before that. And, like I said, he did so well. He had such a brilliant game. I don't think a lot of people might give him credit because you don't see him. But the work he puts in, and that little square ball that he played, and then I don't know what Aubameyang was doing. but he made it up, and that goal, that goal. Like, how brilliant was that goal? Like, I don't even know. Like, the way he turned the keeper and then just chips it over. Went back onto the left and then chipped it over. So, in the second half, I don't feel like it was more, as you said, it was more somebody we kept up to the game. We didn't make as many changes. Obviously, the Pulisic injury for them was, I think it kind of stunned their game a lot because he was getting that ball out the midfield for them. But to be fair, you got, I forget who they brought on. I really don't like him, but Pedro, Mount, Barkley, and you got Tammy Abrahams. To give credit, those are 4 quality players that can do similar jobs. And you can't really say. But for me, Pulisic really had a good game, and I was afraid when he was on the pitch. And then somehow, somewhere, I don't know how we closed it off. Like last 20 minutes, then the red card. I don't know. It was a bit of a weird decision. Which you guys can comment on it when you guys chat. But it just, then the red card, and then we pretty much just saw the game off from there on. Because I liked at the end where Xhaka could have played Nketiah through. He was like, nah, I'm just going to go to the corner and chill for a bit. So just your take on it, and also the red card. Maybe we'll go with you, Murray.
Look, it was a soft red, but at the end of the day, anywhere else on the field, that still would have been a yellow card. And he was already on a yellow, so 2 yellows equal a red. He wasn't happy about it, but the whole game, their players were going in hard on Zaka.
Yeah.
So I think it was a little bit of protection from the ref to a certain degree. And I mean, even after that as well, Zaka got a couple of hard knocks as well. So they kept going for him. So I don't know if they thought that he was the weakest link to try and get him sent off. And I think maybe their plan backfired. I don't know. Because I know they always try to look for a red card against us.
Yeah.
But you know, like, look, at the end of, at the end of the day, I actually said I'm quite glad that Costa wasn't playing, because he always scores against us and he always gives us hell. But you know, look, at the end of the day, I think it was a bit of a soft second yellow, but you know, still a yellow, unfortunately, which did give him a red. But yeah, the second goal, I think there was a lot of composure from Aubameyang to do it, and I think. At first, I was sort of saying, you know, Pepe should have taken a shot, but from another angle, I saw that the shot wasn't on. So well done to Pepe. I think he also showed composure there. But Aubameyang's looking like a relaxed man. He's not frustrated. He looks at ease. So I don't know if there's been a contract that's been signed in the background that we don't know about yet. But yeah, no, you know, for our 14th title, our number 14. You know, got it for us. I think, yeah, it's
special.
You know, it couldn't have been written any better. Couldn't have been written any better.
Clayton, we'll have you on, and then we'll move to Earl. Earl, just join us. How's Earl?
Yeah. Yeah, no, look, with me, you know, the unsung heroes as such for me today was Pepe. The things he was doing going forward. Was he didn't score, he didn't, you know, assist. Oh, the one was assist, wasn't it assist? I think so. Yeah. But
take the little one there. He knows his stuff.
Yeah. But he was on point, doing his thing. And also Rob Holding. Rob Holding was spectacular for me in the second half. He was winning all the balls, winning all the balls coming into the box, and I think he was killing. I'm not 100% sure who the one the guy.
Giroud.
Yes, Giroud. Yeah, he was Giroud. Yeah. So yeah, he was on point on that. But I think the substitutes didn't really do that much difference, but I think it was needed at the time, you know.
Yeah.
So Mikel Arteta did pretty good with the substitutes. Like I say, yes, they made impact, but not really that much. But second half, I think we just closed off the game. Like you said just now, it was like a weird thing. It was, I don't know if it was just we were hanging in there as such.
Yeah.
And when they got the red card, we kind of could play go like the man said, going forward, pushing forward. So yeah.
No, we looked a lot better going forward. And I think Murray touched on it. It's Aubameyang, he's confident. It feels like him, and even with Pepe's movement, you know, it was really good. And I think him and Lacazette, I will go to the players just now, and then we'll talk about who. But let me get early in here. So man, like we kind of halfway through, but how are you feeling? You know, it was a crazy game. I'm sure you.
Yeah, man. I'm very happy. Yeah, it's like I said at the beginning of the game. This is ours. London is red. Wembley is our home ground, as you can clearly see. I think that showing the red card just indicated, hey, London is red. And he just showed it to you.
A red card and a penalty.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
What's the chances? What's the chances that happen? I think Clayton was saying unsung heroes. I think Martinez, he played really well.
Yes.
Yeah, and people don't give him the credit all the time because he's standing in for Leno, but I think over the last few games, he's definitely shown that maybe he's our new number one. But we'll see what Arteta says over the next few games, especially the game against Liverpool. Will he make a switch and say, hey, Leno, step up, or is he going to still continue with Martinez? But I think he's the player to watch for Arsenal. If he remains in between the sticks, I see, because he controls the back line pretty well. I think that's the thing. He knows the guys already in front of him, and he's been controlling them pretty well.
And I think he's, you know, what's the big thing is, I don't know if you guys know, just off the topic, like Arteta's fluent in so many languages, and you hear him on the touchline. And Martinez being from South America, and David Luiz, and he also can speak English very well. So, you know, it's like, and I think with Leno, it's not, maybe a disadvantage because he's like probably can only speak German and English. I'm not too sure, and then it makes it a bit harder to communicate and control your backline when you can't speak to everyone, you know, and maybe they don't hear you or understand you. And I think, I don't know, it's just weird how he controls it. He has that kind of ability.
It's like when you play FIFA and you play the Ultimate Team. As soon as you put players of the same language or together, you can see their marks or chemistry between the players are way better. So it's like a FIFA thing almost in that sense.
Yeah.
So they can way clear on the field.
Really quite interesting. It is. It's a nice little take on it. So we'll go on to the players. Like, who did you guys feel was like, okay, look, everybody played well. We're going to have to agree with that. But there were guys that really put in good shifts. There were some unsung heroes. For me personally, I'll kick this off with Maitland-Niles. Like, my word. Wow. Like, I knew he had it in him, but like, damn. So like, it was just, for me, I just mentioned Maitland-Niles. Everybody else was great, but for me, he stole the show on whatever he was doing. He just executed everything right, and I can't even fault him. Bellerin also had a decent game. There were a few options. But yeah, let's ask you guys here. Maybe we'll start with you, Earl, and then maybe Murray and Clayton.
Player, unsung heroes, the ref. You made calls in ways, man. For once, the ref is playing with us. He's our player. He was the player there, eh? I think so.
Because we'll never ever say that in a, I don't know when. Like,
we'll never say ever again. But well, the ref definitely. But Martinez, I think, played really well. Xhaka, surprisingly, his tackles were on point. Bellerin, he broke somebody's back with that goal, with that momentum going forward. That was very, very insane. Yeah, so a lot of I think the CDM till the backline, that's my top players. We all know the front players were playing well, but for me, the defense once came to the party and actually stood up. So I'm not going to mention one single player. I think it's all of them.
Especially after that goal, you know, they really tightened themselves up. That's very true.
Very, very much so. And even at the end, David Luiz, he could have gone off, but he said, I'm playing on.
Yeah, that's scared scared. But I like him though. You know, he's aggressive.
Yeah. But it was a good game. I think our defense really well this time.
And Murray.
I think Earl's basically summed it up. You know, we don't often speak highly of our defense or our back line, but I think they really did a superb job in just holding out and not sort of conceding in the last minute or straight after we scored. But I think definitely, I mean, Maitland-Niles, I mean, he's a right-footed player and he started on the left wing. I mean, and he had a superb performance. So I was questioning Arteta's tactics there, but I mean, Niles had an absolutely fantastic game. So big up to him. But yeah, our whole back line. Pepe had a brilliant game as well. He was quiet, but when he got the ball, he made an impact, and I think he broke some people's necks, like trying to look for the ball as well with some of those skills. But you know that's part of the game. So bring on Virgil van Dijk again. I'm sure Pepe is dying to see.
But even that offside goal, the way he hit it, you could just see he was in the mood today. You know, Pepe.
Yes. So I'm hoping that he's going to have more of those chances in the season. So, yeah, man, that whole defensive backline, Martinez, I think he did well to I mean, right in the beginning, the first shot that Chelsea had, I mean, what a save. But even in the second half, just to put his body on the line, just to ensure that, I mean, we didn't concede the whole back line. I mean, even Koloshinak, you know, even though he played for a couple of seconds, I mean, he still held that line. He's just a force to sort of be reckoned with, and Socrates, and then, you know, just everyone. So, yeah, man, I think Arteta's really, I mean, he came in saying that he was going to focus on the defense. I really think he's got that defense, you know, on the right path. So I'm looking forward to next season when it comes to that. And, you know, like in the pre-match show, I think we have enough defenders, and I think we've got some good quality defenders that Arteta's really going to turn into stars. And you know, hopefully we can become, you know, more clinical. You know, we can really be a force to be reckoned with the top teams.
Yeah, definitely. Just before we move on to Clayton, I just wanted to touch there. No, that's 100%, and I think he's on the right track. But before I forget, the Pepe, it looks like he moves better across the pitch rather than wide, you know. And it looked very unusual today, but so effective. And that's where I just felt he's so comfortable. He just keeps moving, and his work rate was really impressive. And you know, he's off the ball when he was chasing down guys, because one of us said it, that he's going to need help down. If they play a back three, he's going to need how Aubameyang and Pepe need to help defend. And I think, you know, they did that. Sorry, just before we move on to Clayton, but I know I'll forget it. But yeah, it was. I was really impressed by seeing that.
Yeah, no. I also saw, like we were talking before the game, or while the game was on, maybe making now should play on the right to give Pepe some support. But I must say, Bellerin actually helped him today. He was good in giving him ball and supplying him. And but I don't want to single out anybody. I think most of the guys did what they needed to do, and there was times that, you know, you think, what are you doing? But you would, like,
you had faith there.
Come back and make up for that mistake, whichever, you know, whoever it was. So I must say, but like you said, we actually didn't speak about Journey. I mean, the things he was doing, you don't actually see it, but you see it, but you don't actually acknowledge it.
Acknowledge it, yeah.
Yeah, just the basics that he was doing right, you know, it helped us a lot. And I don't know if he's gonna be a left back, but he's actually doing a good job in defense, you know. So, but we'll see. But I'm really happy with the boys. They did excellent today. Not really playing the Arsene Wenger football, if I want to say that, but we did the dirty work good.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Which we never really did well, you know. And
yeah,
and, you know, you know what? I feel I want that way back, how I want. But with what we have, I think Arteta has really done something special.
Yes.
You know? And Tyranny, thank you for mentioning him. I completely forgot. I think every week we should just slot him in, because it's just like when he doesn't have a good game, that's when we mention him, because he's become that type of player. And I love his thinking. He's an attacking wing back, but today he's like, I'm not attacking. I'm defending the whole game for 90. Well, it looked like it was like 100-minute game with like 10 minutes extra time. And we're almost out of time, guys, but we got 10 minutes, but yeah. So lastly, I just want to know, I'm sure you guys all watched the trophy celebration. And yeah, I didn't ask you guys for the man of the match, but so just as we go into it, just give me your man of the match. And how did it feel, man? Like, you know, walking up, all of them getting their medals. It's been a while. 2017 is not that long, but considering the season we had, it feels like 10 years since we touched silverware. So yeah, how did you guys feel? So we will go Clayton and Murray and and then also your man of the match.
Man of the match?
Okay, I mean,
Do you agree
Obviously,
with it?
yes, definitely, definitely.
And how did it feel?
Captain, awesome. Yeah, no, it made, 2 years, 2 years ago, 3 years ago,
3 years
we
ago.
won the FA Cup. That was our last major trophy as such.
Against Chelsea.
Against Chelsea. We beat Man City in the
Might just move a
semi-final.
bit there, you can see the score. On your
So yeah, it feels good. It feels that the season actually like we did something, It's like we won a trophy. It's not useless. It's not, yes, we ended 8th, but at least we got a trophy, So it makes it worth it. And so onwards and upwards, I guess, from now.
How did the young man feel?
How did you feel?
Awesome.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no.
And Murray, how did you feel, and who was your man of the match?
I can't pinpoint an individual for a man of the match. I think everybody was outstanding. Naturally, you do first look at Aubameyang for scoring the 2 goals. I mean, I think he did do very well, but everybody played their part, and I think this was actually a team win. And like Clayton says, it's a trophy after we finished 8th. But if we look back at that 8th, I think people can mock us and say the mighty Arsenal have finished 8th. We've beaten Chelsea, we've beaten City, we've beaten United, we've beaten everybody above us.
Liverpool,
and we've beaten Liverpool. And
we've beaten the top 4.
And we basically, we've beaten top 7. We've beaten everybody against us. And I really think that, judging by our character this evening, I think there's a lot of good things to come. I think now we just need to announce that Aubameyang has got, signed the contract.
Yes.
I think then the hard work now is going to be put in now for the new season. I think we need to now focus. Let's now really stamp that mark on beating Liverpool. If we can take it to the top teams next season, and then if we have to grind out, the victories against the not so great teams, maybe we can, look at a title. I don't think we're at a title-winning team just yet.
Yeah.
But I know it's too soon to say, but I've got that feeling that Arteta can potentially take these guys to an unbeaten season. I know that's putting a lot. I know that's putting a lot out there.
Oh, wow.
At at some point, it could be 8 years down the line, but Arteta has that leadership, and he's got that. He's got that sort of style where the guys actually listen to him. But like all said in the pre-match, then we need a leader on the field. We need that leader to carry out Arteta's leadership on the field, because Arteta can't be there. And I think we can with the team that we have, and if we add a few more solid players, I really think at some point we can really challenge for the title. And Arteta was unbeaten for how long? So if we can, he can potentially go unbeaten for the whole season, but then we really need to sort of dig deep, and we need to get that winning mentality back. And with beating the top guys and winning now the FA Cup, going now straight into Europe, why not? Why can't we carry on with that? And why can't we grow our winning mentality?
He has proved himself, and bold words. But I like it, because we need that kind of, we wouldn't be talking like this a few weeks back or a few months back. So, it's good.
No, look, when Arteta did come in, I mean, I always said, I think he can take us far. And you get that feeling, or that he believes that one day he can take the team to be unbeaten, especially with all this talk around what Liverpool is doing. And, it may not be next season, it may not be the next, but maybe 4 or 5 seasons time, provided that he does get a decent team together. I think he's got that mentality where he wants to achieve those sort of things. He doesn't just want to achieve the League Cup or the FA Cup. He wants to get the league. He wants to get Champions League. Got that winning mentality, and hopefully the other guys it'll become infectious, and other guys will catch on.
Yeah, no, 100%. And
sorry,
lastly, no, it's cool.
I'll keep it quick. I think raising the trophy, of course, has saved the season. I think before this, we didn't think we would raise any silverware this season, of course. But of course I'm happy. Overwhelmed, because this is one of the first seasons where we've actually beaten the top four, right? Where in the previous seasons, all our games, we would either lose against the top four, and we'll make up against the other teams in the league. But this shows that we are getting better at playing the top four, or what they say is the top four right now, because we're supposed to be there. But we are getting better at killing the top four, and we play well against them. It's not that scraping by anymore. It's showing them that we're here to actually ball. We're here to take this from them. So let's see what happens next season. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think we're seeing progress, and I think it also helps us move forward and see that, we can back Arteta and even the team, because a few months down the line, these guys weren't capable of a lot, and, or before Arteta came, and now look at it, he's beaten all of these guys. Even that Chelsea game where we drew, we should have won. Leicester, we should have won. Tottenham, we should have won. So, it's those kind of close calls that if he fixes that, we're on to a great season next season. And I suppose the progress is showing, and we're happy. We got a trophy. We're almost out of time, guys, but I want to thank you once again. We're 2-1 winners. And as you can see in Mario's photo there,
I called it.
You did well done. Thank you guys for having us on, and stay tuned for the PE guys doing some crazy stuff. We're gonna have them on, talk about all the cool stuff that they're doing down that side with their supporters club, with their fans, and maybe when we return back, they have something special for everyone. But guys, thanks again for being on here. FA Cup champions, it's always great. Gooner Cast SA, we out.